Fuck it! Got my cleric up to level 4. The way spells work in this game is you can basically cast, say the spell level's 3, you multiply that by 2 and subtract 1. So for level 3 spells, I have to be level 5. Then you take the spell level, multiply it by 2, and subtract 1 from that. So in order to cast level 7 spells, you take 7 times 2, which is 14 minus 1. You have to be level 13 to cast the highest level spells in this game. Level 13 also happens to be the level cap in this game. So in order to cast the last tier of spells in this game, our characters will have to be max level. So I did level Clot, the cleric. Was able to get an additional 6 hit points for her and whatever. We need to get some damn armor. Unfortunately, my retarded ass forgot to search the bodies for the 6 battles or so that I had in the last video, which was stupid. Because I probably could have got all kinds of cool stuff. Anyways, we're going to explore this dungeon down here a little bit more, see if I can't get myself killed. I've already bashed through the door again. Got another kobold. Slither beasticle. All kinds of monsters down in these dungeons here. Another good place to go down here is in the arena, which will make way to. It's a good place to level. Got gremlins to kill too? Shit. No such thing as just fighting 1 or 2 monsters in this shit. Didn't mean to do that. Went over the spells here. Writing up my own little spell list in between the differences in the names of the first book and the second book can be quite confusing. Because Bless in the original PC Apple version is actually Aim in the NES version. Bless is like you would think, it gives you accuracy to attack. But that's for the computer version. In the Nintendo version, this Bless spell actually is turned undead on the computer version. So our Nintendo Bless version spell hurts undead, while Aim is basically our accuracy spell. So I was getting a little confused there with everything, so I went ahead and I made a conversion guide from computer to the NES names and wrote up all the descriptions of what they do. Also, this Cure 1 here heals 8 hit points guaranteed, while Cure 3 heals 1 to 10 hit points. So basically a 1d10 roll per level of the caster. So at this point, it would do 4d10, and it also costs a gem to cast it. Whereas my level 2 cure cures a pure 15 points of damage. So just been kind of researching the spells to get that all straight. Pain does a 2d12. So you got a good chance of doing some damage with these spells. I don't know how, or 1 to 12, I guess. It's basically, it rolls a dice. 1 to 12. You either do 1 or you do 12. For some reason, I seem to do fucking 1 a lot more than anything close to 12. Maybe the game doesn't like me. I don't know. The funny thing is that this Nintendo version is significantly easier than the PC version. I can't even fucking imagine what I had to go through back in the day. I had a lot more patience. And the big thing is that when you're not recording for, you know, a YouTube upload or anything, you don't really think about that, you know? Grinding is just an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang. But when you're trying to make an entertaining video for people to watch, you gotta think about these kind of things. I always look at it from the perspective of, you know, how bored would I be watching this video, or how fun would this be for me? And honestly, just seeing battle after battle after battle, I mean, unless I was like a fucking stand-up comic, there's only so much funny I can bring to the table. But I've kind of decided to do a just all-out, you know, balls to the walls LP of this. Need about 600 experience to level up my fighters. I would like them to get them to level 4 before we head to the overworld. Let me go ahead and search before I forget. Even leather sacks can be trapped. So make sure you always check for traps and shit. Okay, now that might make sense with the spells. Let's cast a light spell here. I want to try something. You gotta be shitting me. Since I am in darkness, it's only mapping the areas I actually light up with my spell. Which means you have to go through here and cast a spell point for each square. I mean, that's fucking ridiculous. Means I have to come up here, cast another spell point. I mean, you're talking about if you wanted to map this dungeon out. Look at this. I'm gonna go ahead and just do it for shits and giggles. Darkness, so you can't bring up your map in the darkness. This game is fucking malicious, man. It's malicious. Now you can cast multiple light spells, but it doesn't really help. And I don't know if the monsters here... Yeah, it looks like the monsters automatically respawn every time you leave and come back. Oh, man. This is gonna be a long fucking Let's Play. You guys might as well go watch Heroes Quest or Super Brothers or something. Catch up on that. I am going to cut out all the grinding just to make it that much, you know, pretty much wait till I have an objective and then start recording. I just kind of wanted to show how fucking crazy this is. The game is relentless. Whoops. Oh well, he's dead. I was fighting on the overworld earlier, had about 20 hit points per character or more. Killed a bunch of weak goblins, opened up a sack without searching it, and a blade trap came out, killed the whole party. Killed the whole fucking party just like that. Full health almost. Relentless, I tell you. This will probably be, out of all the LPs I've done, this will be the greatest accomplishment once I've finished it. By far. Easily. Easily. Torment was a big one for me, but that wasn't hard. It was just long and a lot of reading. I mean, this is just fucking like walking through quicksand. I mean, it's gonna be fun, but Jesus Christ, it's relentless. Gonna be a lot of combat too, folks. Luckily, the monsters look a little bit cooler in the NES version than in the PC version, or computer version, I should say. That way I cover all formats. Alright, so search. Nothing found? Nothing found? I killed 7,000 fucking flesh eaters and there's nothing there? Fuck you! Cast a goddamn light spell. Light that shit up on my map. Alright. Going through here. Light that shit up. Let's see, if I use my torch too. No, backpack. Who's got torches? I'll give that to my cleric. Yeah. Alright. I'm fucking locked in now? I just walked through the door. How can I be locked in? And what kind of dirty shit is that? See, this is exactly what I don't want you guys to have to watch. Because if I was to go through here and map out this whole section, I'm going to make you watch the next 4 or 5 minutes of it, though. So you can see what a tedious venture it is. See, now I'm locked in the door I just went through. This is the kind of shit you had to put up with these early PC RPGs. This is why guys like me and the older guys, you know, in their late 20s, mid-20s to 30s and 40s that grew up on these old games, we look at RPGs today and we're just like, that is pussy shit. Because it's fucking been dumbed down and simplified so much. I mean, this is the kind of, you know, it's annoying by today's standards. But back then it was like, oh yeah, alright, fucking A, I get to map every little square. I get locked into doors for no reason that I just walked through that were completely open, but they're locked on the other side. I mean, just, relentless ass shit. So now you gotta use, or you gotta open with a robber and hope that he gets the lock open. And then head another, make it one more square. Basically, every little square you go in this game is a chore. Not like, you know, Phantasy Star that I was playing not too long ago, or the Final Fantasy series. You know, you make it, you know, a good few steps in the dungeon before you get into a fight. You don't have to map it all. It's already laid out before you. This shit, no. If you want a map of it, you move one square, you use your torch, or you cast light. You know, you get locked in, you unlock the door, shit like that. You see what I'm talking about. It's ridiculous. I'm going to basically map my way to the old man that gave us the scroll. And then I'm going to shut down the camera a little bit. Or actually, we're going to make our way toward the arena after that and try to get to level 4. No way in hell I'm going to record me mapping out this whole dungeon. I might do it off camera and show you the result when I'm bored as shit, but I can't find that, or can't see that as being entertaining in the least bit. Besides me cussing and getting pissed off about it. Search. Nothing found. Thank you so much, assholes. Use your torch then. Not sure how long torches last. I guess we'll find out. I'll just keep using this torch. Useless. What? Why would you say useless? You're fucking useless. Look, more doors! Yay! It's a useless item now. Okay. Well, fucking drop it then, Brainiac. Are you serious? Every one of these fucking doors is gonna lock behind me. Oh, it's ridiculous. I'm getting a little quicker at it. I'm gonna be a master at this inventory search here in a couple hours. I think Mr. Satan is the only one that's gonna watch this LP. I'm actually doing this LP more for myself than anything. I really don't care if anyone watches it. I just want to have a documentation of me beating this fucking beast of a game. So let's go another square forward. Oh, it's an encounter. So these encounters totally respawn. We're gonna try our undead blast spell here. Yeah, you better wait. Bitch, wait your turn. You want some of the blood? I like the skeletons. They look cool how they're crawling towards you. Smash that skeleton's face. 22 points of damage. Ah, you son of a bitch. Now, as far as the spell points go, each spell level costs a spell point. So level 1 spells only cost 1 spell point. So this only costs 1 spell point. Alright. You cast that bless, you see that? Just took out 2 undead with 1 hit. That's what I'm talking about, son. Learning the game. I was casting that spell earlier thinking I was blessing my characters like any normal D&D fucker would think. Guess what we're gonna do? Light up these 3 squares. I'm just gonna be proud of myself for having a time. I'm not even gonna bother. I'm just gonna open this shit because I know it's locked. We gotta get Clout some armor. He's fucking running around naked with a club like a fucking caveman. Alright, the torch is useless. We're getting some of the dungeon uncovered though, finally. Like a whole 1/20th of it. Let's go ahead and check our stats here. I'm not sure how. I don't think we're too hurt. I wish I could bring up everyone's hit points at once. Do some minor healing here. And we'll go ahead. We're almost to the old man. This is the last set of monsters that bars our way. Sorry you had to watch these battles twice, back to back. But I warned you, it's going to be a gnarly LP. On the PC version, I believe, when you fight these snakes, it only shows a picture of one of them. Instead of there being a triple stack of each, there would just be one of these. So, with some of these creatures, the actual monster pics have changed. And you can actually look into more of that. I've seen a few online Might and Magic dedicated websites that kind of show you the differences between the two consoles, the computer and the NES version, and it's pretty interesting to look at, actually. I can't honestly remember if I ever did beat this on the PC version. I can't tell by looking at my maps, and again, we're talking about, you know, like in late 80s, 90s, or whenever this shit came out. Playing this shit on my 286, son. And it had already been out for a while. By the time I got to it, it had been out a couple years. I didn't get into the computer gaming. I was too young. I didn't get into computer gaming until I was probably, I don't know, 10, 11 years old. I think I had the 8-bit Nintendo and my Sega Master System already by the time I got into it. Now, I'll go through these doors later. There's actually monsters in them according to my map. And again, I don't want to bore you to death, so I'm just going to map out, like I said, our way to the old man that gave us the scroll. See, I got hit with blades last time I tried doing that stupid shit. Looks like the old man's gone. We're gonna stack up on light spells here and see how many squares we can uncover at once. That should give me 1 square. 2 squares. Basically, when I get lasting light, I'll come back down here. And it'll run out. So each time you cast it, you can go 1 square. And you can see we have the little room there where the wizard is. These 2 doors here, they're going to have monsters in them. This is where I randomly cast a light spell. This is another corridor coming up here. And this is back to the main room, which is where we're going to head now. Make our way to the dungeon. Once I get the lasting light spell, I'll be able to map out a lot more of this dungeon. I just wanted to show you how tedious it can be at first. We can even do this entry room here. Or shows a quicker way to cast them. That light spell just counts for that square, so you gotta cast it again if you want to move another square with it. just gonna see if I can move all the way down the hallway. I'm just gonna cast light spells out the yin yang right now and see what happens. I'm not sure if you get into a fight if it interrupts the light spell and basically nullifies all the extra ones you may have had to get you further. It's another good question. I guess we'll find out. That's why I'm gonna just cast light. I'll just rest after my battle to get my spell points back, since I'm gonna be using all my damn magic here on light spells. I believe Lasting Light is a 3rd level spell. That means my mages will have to go up 2 more levels before I'll be able to get it. And it takes wizards a long time to level. So I'm not going to have it anytime soon, I can tell you that. Alright, let's see how far we can get. That was it. Oh man, it was nice having light for all that time. And there we have the entrance level. We have the one square I missed. This is the door. Actually, I'm missing all this here. Yeah, there's the gap here. That's wall space, and then here's the tunnel I missed. To take 4 more light spells. Now the arena's up here. We're gonna go head toward there. I'm not even gonna bother. I'm gonna be doing some leveling up there. I'm not gonna bother mapping the whole thing. Now I'm thinking this room, I'm gonna go ahead and I'll tell you right now, I am doing some certain save slots on this game just for experimentation purposes. For instance, I'm using one now because I believe that there's a battle beyond this door which just completely kicks your ass. Yeah, minor demons and shit. Minor incubus. Okay, he didn't do too much. Better get on his ass quick. Magic doesn't work here. That's not good at all. Let's go ahead and take him out of the picture. He's obviously dangerous. Getting attacked by a savage shrew that does 3 attacks, hits me for 12 points of damage. Again, cannot heal. Obviously want to take him out of the picture. And then start focusing on... Oh, not him, you fucking moron. Yes! Oh man, I needed that critical. You can steal food, man. Just don't steal my life. Alright. Gonna good amount of experience for that. I'm gonna search. There we go. Couple items, some gems. Let's check out what we got. Finally, something. And it's just all the tediousness and the tedium of this game that makes you think, holy shit, I got some gems and a couple items, and you get all fucking excited just because you got it could be 2 torches and I'd be happy. I got a large shield +1 and a broadsword. See? That's what I'm talking about, folks. See you next video.